I couldn't help but marvel at the sheer creativity that greed inspires in organics. On this occasion, it manifested as an intentionally defective air purifier, which accidentally filled several rooms with carbon dioxide. In some rooms, functional CO2 detectors alerted the occupants in time for them to escape unscathed. Others, however, housed suspiciously silent detectors, ensuring no alarms disrupted the ensuing tragedy. The Yavir Luxury Habitation Station was renowned for its unparalleled amenities. From spacious living quarters and world-class dining to elite recreation facilities and secure remote offices, it catered to the crème de la crème of society. For a price, even personal shuttles were at one's disposal. While the old money favored terrestrial estates, this station was a beacon for corporate executives, celebrities, and influential politicians, proof that, as always, scum rises to the top. Among the station's residents were 5 individuals whose deaths had been authorized by the Bureau of United Systems Intelligence, BUSI. Their ends were to be mercifully serene, quiet suffocation in their sleep. This was far kinder than the gruesome fates awaiting 12 others elsewhere. To the unknowing public, these deaths would blend into the noise of routine tragedies, unremarkable, random. But to a select few, they would deliver a chilling message. We see you. BUSI had stumbled upon hints of a conspiracy during routine operations and enlisted my assistance to dig deeper. It didn't take long to uncover the culprits, a mix of politicians and executives conspiring to reignite the recently quelled Gaunt insurrection. They had planned to wait until the majority of the United Systems fleet was occupied battling the Omni Union. Oh, you leaving the Gaunt forces enough leverage to stage a prolonged rebellion. Their aim? A protracted conflict that would let them legally and illegally profit from arms sales on both sides. The sheer scale of wealth they sought to amass was obscene. But their ambitions would never materialize. Most were already dead, and those spared would now be compliant. I had, of course, proposed eliminating all involved parties. However, some of these individuals were too valuable alive. Their deaths would have left power vacuums with catastrophic ripple effects across the United Systems economy, hindering mobilization for the impending conflict. And that conflict loomed closer than any of us preferred. For now, they lived on borrowed time. After confirming the last death and meticulously erasing my tracks, I received an alert from the extragalactic FTL network. News! Barely containing my excitement, I opened the incoming files. The interviews, in particular, caught my interest. I cross-referenced them with my notes, ensuring complete alignment. Satisfied, I forwarded the files to the appropriate parties and settled in to watch the chaos unfold. The directorate was already in the middle of a logistics meeting when they received the news. Director 1, if anyone hasn't noticed, Omega sent a Priority 1 message with intel from the extragalactic scouting party. I propose a short recess to review it. While the Directorate swiftly absorbed the information, other factions lagged. The Republic's representatives paused to consult their superiors. The Dilm Collective debated endlessly over who should make the call before doing the same. Meanwhile, the Puantes shared the data among themselves, sent word to their homeworld, and calmly awaited further developments. Director 7, is everyone ready? Omega, yes. Director 6, I'll start. The preliminary interrogation is straightforward but revealing. There's an evident rift among the drones. We can exploit that. Director 7 agreed. Regardless, the Grand Vessel will have to be taken. We should still discuss the alternative. Director 1 agreed. What are the pros and cons of destroying the Grand Vessel outright? Director 13, the most obvious advantage is that it could swiftly end the conflict. Less risk, fewer complications. Director 12, there are several ways to eliminate it within a day. But Director 4, destroying it means civilian casualties, millions of drones. Director 2, couldn't we classify them as potential hostiles? Director 4, legally, they're civilians. Omega, is a vote even possible on this matter? Omega, technically yes. But if the vote passes, those in favor will face immediate charges of conspiracy to commit genocide. Full transparency laws will apply, identities will be revealed, and arrests will follow. Director 2, what happens if the vote fails? Omega, then it's merely a discussion. Director 1, so the pro is that it's easy. The con? It's illegal. Director 3, and immoral. The debate continued, balancing legality, morality, and strategy. A consensus emerged. A rebellion among the drones could weaken the Omni Union while reducing the need for a full-scale assault. Plans for post-conflict resettlement also took shape, albeit with lingering concerns about logistics and long-term viability. By the end, all factions aligned on a tentative course of action. As the directorate adjourned, Director 3 leaned back in his chair, deep in thought. Director 3 Omega, do you think morality is irrelevant here? Omega, morality is always relevant. If one cannot live with oneself, what's the point? But in war, lives will be lost regardless. The question is, whose lives hold greater value? Director 3, and sparing the drones, do you believe it's the right choice? Omega, yes. Hypocrisy would be our undoing. The United Systems has spared others in the past, despite their atrocities. To exterminate a slave race while claiming moral high ground would betray everything we stand for. As Director 3 powered down his terminal, I couldn't help but admire humanity once again. Flawed yet striving for something greater, perfect in their imperfections. What a fascinating species.